Our next igniter is our only igniter not from the Valley.
I used to be from the Valley.
Used to be. Is that true, Troy?
Yeah, I went to school at UMass.
Oh, there it is. I knew there was a connection somewhere because you have to have ID to get in here, you know. So I'd like you to welcome Dr. Charlie Schick.
I'm a maker. I'm part of a long history of people who make things through biology. And our present culture is just rife with assumptions of what biology is, what biology should be, and who should be doing biology. Biology, as we know it, is science, with people in laboratories and a lot of experience and training. But making things through biology is to take a biological tool not as an end for knowledge, but as a means to make something. This is not farming, this is like using biology like we use physics or chemistry. Humans have been using biology for a very long time. The magic, excuse me, I'm gonna turn this off. The magic that made this into something intoxicating was, what drove people to civilization. And these people took a microbial process, and these were the early DIY biologists, the early do-it-yourself biologists, taking life and making something out of it. In the past few hundred years, natural philosophers turned into scientists, and as we learned more about life, we knew what it could do, what it all means. And we were deciphering the spellbook of the sorceress nature. But the first people to create a recombinant organism, something that carries DNA from another organism, sparked a ton of fear. And we were worried that we were going to become sorceress apprentices, where we make bacteria that extrude silk into our guts, or that there would be a great goo that would take over the whole biosphere. But cooler heads prevailed. Scientists got together, decided the rules for engagement, the tools to study, and for the past 35 years we've been making things with biology. We've been studying biology, developing better tools, discovering layer upon layer of subtle life. In the past 10 years, engineers have gone into biology labs, and we call them synthetic biologists. They're trying to take the rules of biology and abstract the messiness into the standardized regularity of engineering, parts and circuits. And it's been great. We've had jamborees, we have a registry of standard biological parts, and a whole new generation of young kids who are non-biologists and learning new and exciting tools and making organisms that do the darndest things. But riding the same wave of taking these biological tools away from institutional biological scientists are a growing mob of tinkerers, educators, hobbyists, entrepreneurs, citizen scientists adapting these tools for their own uses, designing and playing with biological systems outside the institutional setting. And they're totally ignoring the assumptions of what biology is supposed to be and who needs what tools and what training is required. They're building networks of people and knowledge, and they're basing it all on open source principles, very much like the home computer club of yesteryear. And this motley mix, they've been asking the right questions, they've been doing the right things, creating things, organizing themselves, using online tools to organize collective activities. But mainstream scientists are worried, right? They're like, oh, you know, biology's messy, biology's hard to do. What happens if someone mixes silk bacteria and we all get crummies in our tummies? But the main proponents of DIY biology, the garage biology people, the DIY biology people, the non-institutional biological engineers, they're coming together and building a system for safety, security, training, mentoring, monitoring, and awareness. Furthermore, in New York and San Francisco and other places, hackerspaces are starting up. It's friendly places where people can get education, tools, knowledge, and mentoring, creating an apprenticeship environment very much like the guilds of old. And so what will this future be like? Watching how the making of things through biology has progressed from scientists to engineers to garage tinkerers, artists and designers have been starting to help us explore this future. And so the questions we have are like, will we have a world where we accidentally eat a gold-fixing bacteria and we get a golden colon? Will we eat bacteria for a readout of disease in our poop? Will we line our porches with bioluminescent moss? Will we be deciding and deciphering our own genetic tests? So I think we're living in a renaissance for biology. Well kept, the science of biology will still go on, but there's a resurgence of doing things through biology
synthetic biology, garage biology, biological engineering, the tinkering of things using biological systems, and it's transforming how we see biology's role in the future. And so what's really exciting for me is a mixture of specialists and non-specialists coming together with all levels of knowledge and making us, helping us be better, smarter, safer, and what that means is making things better through biology.
Dude, that's awesome. I have like an electronics thing going on in the basement, and if I had known that, you know, what you could create and what you could do, it's amazing.